2021. Quite the year for Fire Emblem Heroes characters. When it comes to selecting a favorite, well, a very few particular aspects have to be taken into consideration. I need a character who's brimming with character development. Perhaps a favorite from the mainline games. They definitely need to have incredible art and voice acting, and I want them to be a unit that can use their very impressive assets to carry my gameplay.
Get out! I will not have our home disturbed by anyone!
Ah, that's the one. Howdy guys, I'm FETubers, your favorite Wolf Girl enthusiast, and my favorite Fire Emblem Heroes character from 2021 is Fallen Orson. Now, for anyone that knows me, this will come as absolutely no surprise. Maybe you watched my segment last year, where I talked about how my most wanted character was Orson. Perhaps you saw my hand-trembling, soy-faced reaction when I simply saw his name in a Fey banner reaction. Or maybe you've simply noticed that half of my profile picture is Orson with a mustache to match mine. If you don't know Orson's storyline in the main games, and you're interested, I recommend checking out my video containing his entire story. One of these days I'll go back and make a full analysis video with the extent of my thoughts, but for now, I'll simplify things. Orson is described as a serene and quiet man, who's well known by the Knights for how much he loved his wife, Monica. Unfortunately, a few months prior to the beginning of the game, his wife died, and Orson fell into an unfathomable despair. Given the option to bring her back, he would have done anything at all, right down to the betrayal of his lord, king, and country. By far your strongest unit when you get to use him, he's able to one-round any enemy in the lone map you get to use him. Yes, lone map, as he has to earn that fallen label somewhere, right? It may go without saying that I completely adore the entire character. From his power, his standing in the game's world, his love for his wife, all of it. His raw desperation is put on display through his destruction of morals, common sensibilities, and knightly oaths. Through and through, he is the embodiment of passion's folly. Only second in status to Garcia as my favorite character in Fire Emblem history, Orson was the fastest I've ever scrambled to dump my best and craziest fodder into a unit since Spring Marissa and Kalak. You see, my cavalry team was already my favorite team, and I just needed one more unit to make it perfect. Obviously, my biggest hope was that it would be Orson, so that it could literally be perfection to me. Here we have a team of my favorite heroic paladins from FE8 and 9, alongside my favorite villain paladins from FE8 and 9. Through the usage of link skills and bond skills with goads, wards, and ally supports, I am able to buff him to pretty insane levels of power. With all of this in play, his stat line looks something like this. Yeah, that's pretty wild. However, you'll have noticed by now that this team requires setup. This isn't something you're easily granted in the recently introduced mode Summoner's Duels. So I decided, look, alright, I want to max this man out like I did Spring Marissa. And here's the team that I came up with. Here we have Fury 3 for the stats, lull attack speed to obviously remove the ability for enemies to buff their attack and speed, and Pulse Smoke to delete Fallen Edelgard's Gale Forces and to disallow units from charging specials off of him. Everything else you see, all to negate his ability to die to magic. Aegis always charges against Brave Tomes, Deflect Magic for obvious reasons, and Courtly Candle to even further lower the damage that he takes on the very off chance that units actually double him. I guess the first question that stands out, hey, why not Fury 4? Well, the thing about that is that Fury 3 simply perfectly lines up his and Fjorm's speed res totals, so they both get buffed by Lysithia's speed res gap. Useful on Fjorm for obvious reasons, that's doubly true on Orson, especially taking into consideration Lysithia's harmonic skill, +6 attack and bonus doubler for all 3 houses and, importantly, Sacred Stones units. The amount of teams I game overed by simply existing was astonishing. Fjorm's protection is huge of course, but if I just want to run out and kill one of their most important units and then live for it, I can. I got to do that so frequently. As a matter of fact, with the exception of the most wailed out Ninja Korans and Etries, he is able to survive all non-effective magic in the game. I could literally just smite him out there and say, alright, now do something about it, you can't. And I'd be right about that, and then I would kill their most important units and their captains. You ever seen an Orson double and kill a Brave Erica? You have now. Since then, yes, even over Spring Marissa, Orson has become my favorite unit in the game outright. He's insane. I could have never asked for anything better. And now you can see why Orson is my favorite Fire Emblem Heroes unit from 2021. Hope you enjoyed my segment of the video. If you did, make sure to check out my channel sometime and see what I'm about. Be happy to see you. My thanks to BA Radiantdawn for including me in this collab. I hope you enjoy what remains. I've been FETubers, your favorite Wolf Girl enthusiast, and until next time, I'll see you later.